I am Xiao Tian, and I worked with Tongchen over the summer on this project that is a app with generative AI feature that allows to give medical suggestions and help improve teenage health awareness. So when we first started this project, the first thing that came to my mind was how the teenagers' unawareness of health problems. So we thought about how even though a lot of schools provide health educational programs, it's really still very prevalent that there's the problem of unawareness on a lot of issues such as substance use, mental health, etc. So undergoing brain developments and hormone changes, um, teenagers face a lot of issues, but a lot of times they do not, a lot of times they weren't able to find a trustworthy adult for help. Therefore, in the long run, if the are being ignored and not being solved on time, it would really have a negative impact on their behaviors, health, and even beliefs. So, um, so for the method, we came up with a solution of making this free app that would be able to provide information about common diseases or health problems and provide a release space where patients could easily find solutions or answers when searching for symptoms. So our app is also made to be more accessible to a bigger population by being free on internet rather than merely on paper. At the same time, it's for giving simple diagnoses when seeing doctor is too time consuming and sometimes could be financially difficult for some people. So here is the icon that I designed, and it's also the flash screen before you open the app. And just to go over like just the flow of the app, when we first enter it, we have the learn screen that includes a lot of topics. And when you click on one category, it gives you more like an article that talks about different aspects of this issue. And for now, we have 4 topics. And this is the AI generative part. When we click on the second icon at the bottom, we would enter the diagnosis survey page. So there are a lot of questions listed here, and when the responses fields are being entered, hit submit, it would turn to a separate survey result page where users are able to have the option to either save the result or delete it. And here is another feature we had called Save the Results, where we could see all the results, and then users will be able to see the results by not putting in all the information in again. So for making this app, we have different components. First, in the Flutterflow app, where it's where users put in information in the survey question page, and then all results will be sent to GPT using the Python code we did, and that will guide AI on how to generate the answer. And then the answer will be generated and be sent back to the Flutterflow for users to view on the result page. At the same time, we have like a separate section where that I talked about how it includes topic sections that gives information on common diseases or health problems. All information appeared in this section. They're all stored in Firebase, where we could make future changes and secure the safety for all data. So just to go into the details, the first component is the Flutterflow app. It is the program we use to design and make app without using any codes. And it allowed us to implement API access and integrate Firebase to store a lot of information. The second component is the Python code I did. This code acts more like a middle ground between the large language model by sending a survey to GPT 3.5 and then providing us a response back to our Flutterflow app. So all we did was first we built an API using Flask that communicates with our Flutterflow app, receiving the survey answers from the app and sending the response back. Then we use OpenAI library to connect with ChatGPT, which we will elaborate in the following screenshot. So in this screenshot, this code connects with GPT. It tells GPT to act as a healthcare expert to help identify the disease based on symptoms and information given by patients in like the survey section. And to help the tone of the answer to make it more conversational, we also added some codes in here. And the answer later would be sent back to the Flutterflow app and appear in a survey answer section in the app. And the last component is the Firebase, where it stores all the information about the topic and survey questions of the app. So comparing to having all the data stored locally in the app, we found it better to have them being stored in the cloud in terms of safety and edit reasons. And the screenshot shows where data of different categories of the app is stored. And data in Firebase are organized to the field that contains information such as question type and order. So it will be easier for us to make later changes. In addition, we will also be able to set up rules for reading, writing, so that the data could be more safe and secure in this database. And after we did like publish the first version of our app, we tried to test it out how people think about it. So we did like a small survey experiment to collect data and ask users about their opinion on how they trust the information given by the app. We also collected the gender information of the app. So in this experiment, we only focus on males and females. The pie chart shows the gender breakdown of this experiment. And here, this chart shows how people's overall trust of the information given. Most people choose like around 8, 9, 10, and some people choose 6. And here is the people's trust of health advice given by the app in terms of their gender. From here, we can see in general, males trust the information given by the app a little bit more than female users. And just for wrapping up, there are a lot of areas of improvement and changes that we want to make in the future. First, when we were making this app, we didn't really reach out to any healthcare professionals. And in the future, I really want to connect with a person working in the medical field and healthcare and giving me more suggestions on how I can make the app more valuable and more like trustworthy for users. And another thing is the app design. Right now it's really just really simple with one color. I feel like having the app being more good looking could also improve the user experience with it. Another feature Another thing is I really want to improve on the service section. I want to add another feature where users could have more conversation with AI agent that includes more emotional and where people could go into more details. And something that I am thinking about is how editing the code and let AI act as a friend or a counselor so that AI could help with people's mental and emotional issues. In the learn section, we could also have more topics being covered. Right now, we only have 4 topics, and there are definitely so many more issues to talk about. In addition, we could also add like another search search feature where users could find the information they need just by typing out keywords instead of like scrolling down. And here is the reference page. And that's it.
Yeah. Thank you.